Touch again. Touch again. Touch again. Right? Touch again. Touch again. Touch again. Hey! Stop! Cut it out! Cut it out! Yeah, I'm stronger than I look.
This is what happens when you don't have millions. I gotta plug stuff in myself without millions.
So I'm part of a collective, it's called GA3, and we're all grew up in the same church, and so we know each other just from going to church and known each other for a long time. And we've been doing music on, I'd say, on this sort of level for the past few years, and each day and each year just trying to get better and better with our skill set. And so right now we're embarking on a journey of creating our second album. It's a follow-up to our first album, which was Alternative Lifestyle. So this album's called Unusual Suspects, and pretty much the title is just who we are. We're all a little bit different. We I kind of just was thinking about where we were and in the place of like individually our lives, and then together as a group also. And I thought Unusual Suspects was a great way to put how to put where our place is, I guess, so to speak. Since we're a group, we all have different influences, and so we pull from each of us, and that's the great thing I think about being in a group. You know, we can pull something from D-Nail, pull something from Trent, then our producer as well, and it just meshes really well together, and so it creates great music, I think.
So I feel like this album is going to be huge, not huge in the way of, you know, popularity and notoriety, but just for the Christian community, because rap is slowly but surely going off into a far end of, you know, violence and sex and drugs. You know, everybody's talking about this stuff because it's what works, and we want to be a part of the team that brings a different dynamic to hip hop. You know, to continue to go on is just like people that have been in our lives for a long time. You know, like Vincent has a son, he has a wife, and I'm pretty sure they're a part of his inspiration, and I have a son, I have a wife, they're also a part of my inspiration. And Trenton has what he has, and he has what's going on with him, and all that stuff is a part of his inspiration, and that's what keeps us going. You know, we're different though in many ways. A lot of us, the three of us, we don't have the same thing in common, like at all.
Don't know what I'm gonna do. Can't change, ain't nothing but have a suit. I maneuver through the maneuver. Stevie Wonder, Sierra's in my future. Can't live up to
worship type stuff. Brandon's gonna create something real comic book stylish. Be the super friends. Under the disguise, I'm only your man. I'ma keep it running.
You never measure up and Adam might fly through Saturn. Pick up a rain for Lois Lane. Hold up, I'm tripping. Keep wishing. Life's bananas get caught slipping.
Deep inside, I'm only talking. Deep inside, I'm only talking. Deep inside, I'm only talking. Deep inside, I'm only talking.
And I think with this album, what makes it different from the last album is definitely the production of it. Like the last album, we were playing around with different styles. This album, we're still playing around with different styles, but it's more gritty, it's more darker, and it's more relatable. Like just coming together and deciding what style we're gonna use and deciding the lyrics that we're gonna use, different situations where people are going through. I think that's what makes this album so hot and so much fire. Like we got this song, I think my favorite song on there now is TBT. And basically stands for what you think it stands for, Throwback Thursday. And you'll understand the concept and everything when you hear it, but basically talks about like how we used to be and how we are now. Like you go through, you thumb through your pictures and it brings up memories of everything of what you used to do and how you used to be, and you grow from that.
But I'm silenced, my opinions are wrong. Yeah, I'm hurt as you can see on this journey for peace. Touch my mind in my storm, don't forget about me.
Okay, they're getting better. But
yeah, I was gonna say I like that one. I think it just started off like when it started off. It start off like monotone, like
And sometimes taking some words out or taking a word out will make a difference.
because it's just a lot and it's all bunched up.
Right.
That's what you're saying. Real rappers of South Holland. Can you bring in just a little earlier that that you know what I mean? Like when it's playing I just think that's super long for that. So. Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah.
That's what you want, right?
Yeah.
Now that is a rapper slash producer.
Alright, so how do you know them? How do you know GA3?
GA3, man, witness protection program, honestly. You know, they just brought me to this house and said, hey man, we want you to go here. No, I met Darnell actually, the light-skinned one. I met him at Columbia College. He was actually, was you rapping? I think he was rapping.
Dancing.
He was dancing, and then you needed music or something, right?
No, I was dancing and we was just vibing out. Everybody was in there.
Right, and when I met everybody else, it just kind of worked, and they approached me about some music, and I thought my music sucked really bad. I'm a weirdo. Let me just put that out there first. I am the weirdest person you probably will ever meet, and you know, music speaks of that. So like, I'm playing the music, and I'm just like, nobody ever likes this stuff, you know, because I started making stuff when I was like 12, and people would be walking through the alley, but they could hear my music, and then they'd be like, who made that? And I'm like, me, and they'd be like, cool, alright man, you know, and it was that. You know, basically most of the last album was old songs. Everything from this album is pretty much created for them. The first single, I believe, was Feet Work, and man, it started out as just a really weird track, like a shout track. And I always said, man, I wish we could rap on something like that. And so, put it together and put a couple pieces together, and when y'all hear it, man, just move your feet like this. Just do it like this real fast. You know what I'm saying? Like this. But I love these guys, for real. These are like my brothers, and they have challenged me as a producer. You know, they want me to be weird. They embrace the weirdness, and that's one of the reasons why I really appreciate them as a group. They're a very unique rap group. They're not just trying to do trap beats or trying to do some, you know, cliche rap stuff. They want it to sound weird. They want to be weird. You got one light-skinned person who sings and dances, who thinks he's Usher. You got another light-skinned he dance a little bit, but it's like college style. You know, he do like the little stepping thing or whatnot. It's really cool though, man. I appreciate you, Trent. I love you, man, for real. And then you got Vince, who can't dance at all, but man, like, he just like, man, he's a dope rhymist, and you know, everybody brings their whole little thing to the group, and GA3 is what you need to look out for.
Man, all I heard was rap. I didn't hear anything else but rap. I'm the guy that doesn't listen to rap. So it's a different dynamic for me, you know, like going into these settings and learning about these people. I learned it through Trenton and Vincent because they listen to the rap. I don't listen to it. I love R&B and pop. If you go through my phone, through my playlist, like, I got a lot of that. I got a lot of gospel music. I love that stuff, and I'm a musician, so I'm inspired through all of those things, and I try to bring the different dynamic to the group.
Let me see how your feet work. I'm grinding, I'm stressing, ain't the life I'm choosing for me. I'm wishing, stay wondering for a better life I can't see. Can't do the things I love, too busy trying to make ends meet. But I'm grinding for the things I want back home like LeBron leaving the heat. Got a better dream for a better life, time to go for the things I know. Excuses don't get
Feet Work. Feet Work is, it's a song that's about working. Christians, a lot of times we get this mentality that we're old stuff, or because we know God, we don't have to do the work. And that's completely not true. We have to work, if not harder, than everybody else. And sometimes when you don't do the work, you don't reap benefits, and we expect benefits without doing the work. Feet Work is a song to challenge every Christian, and not just Christians, but everybody in general, to just do work. But it's also got a twist to it because it's kind of like, it represents Chicago and the style of dance that Chicago is known for, which is feet work. That's why we gave it that title. And when you hit a track, the track is going to explain everything, and it's a little churchy for the saints, and it's a little Chicago footworking for the youth. But it's a fun song, and we always try to do different dynamics of music and try to do different stuff, not the same stuff that everybody's doing all the time,
GA3 is at a point both as a group and as individuals where we want nothing more than to be used by God. It doesn't matter the scale or how big or small the platform. We just simply want to impact people's lives and be the conduit through which hearts are being transformed. But how is that even possible? It just doesn't seem logical for God to use Darnell, Trent, or Vincent when he has people like Lecrae, D1, Swoop, and so many others that are making great strides for his kingdom. And ironically, that's our very point. As cliche as it sounds, God doesn't think how we think. Using people others wouldn't dare think to is just so unorthodox and unusual. That's why we call ourselves unusual suspects. And that's why if you feel like God is using you to do a great work in any capacity, you're an unusual suspect as well.